Hi, I'm Angelo and I'm an expert in artificial intelligence, and today I'm going to talk about how AI can help the process of warehousing and distribution. A lot of us have been ordering more and more products online and getting delivered to their offices or houses. Have you ever wondered how AI can help this process become more and more efficient, making sure that you get the deliveries you need at the time you want them? In warehousing, AI can learn from different decisions and from different patterns to make sure that the warehouse operates at a more optimal and efficient manner. It can use sensors to make sure that products are placed in the right way, to see also the patterns of ordering, to predict which items need to be delivered out, and also how the shipping process and how the packing process and unpacking process is done in the right way and most optimal way. There is a lot of growing warehouse technology that is used by people who work in warehouses, for example, wearables that constantly monitor the state of the stock and also making sure that AI can guide you, for example, the shortest walking path to the desired item. Also making sure that you don't waste time in order to find something. And also assisting you to carry heavy loads, because let's face it, AI should be a tool that helps us and assists us rather than replaces us. So one thing that is very interesting is to make sure that augmented reality is becoming something of a normal feature in the modern warehouse. And we're going to look at some of the things that AI can help in this modern futuristic warehouses that are already a reality. And this is how certain suppliers can give you products and deliver them within a few hours of you ordering them straight to your house. AI can help the warehouse become more efficient by making sure that products that are more and more in demand are placed in locations that can be taken out and shipped very quickly. The items that are rarer can be placed at the bottom. Also, the use of robots and machinery can help you stack up products in higher and higher configurations than you can be able to do manually. A robot can easily reach up, for example, 2 stories, 3 stories up, and take a particular box immediately, while a person to do this will take longer in order to do this manually. And this is one area where just saving a minute or two per product will make a big difference to the bottom line. Using the Internet of Things and sensors embedded in the products, for example, sensors that are radio frequency IDs, and also scanning barcodes automatically and making sure that the products are placed in the right way so that you immediately spot where things are, can help you do end-to-end inventories that are updated constantly on the fly. When you plug in predictive forecasting of what products people are ordering, what do they need, it becomes a very efficient process. A process of like sort of a big three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle in which you're trying to constantly add puzzles to it, add the pieces, and make sure that when you're moving them out, you're moving them in the right and optimal way. And this is where AI comes from in making sure that the tasks allocated to people are in the most optimal manner. Some warehouses are also moving towards completely automated warehousing or half automated. In fact, some warehouses produce some of 70% of their tasks using robots. And these robots are amazing. Some of them are able to follow paths on their own without colliding with each other, and also ensure that they do not collide with people and hurt them or anything like that. So they ensure safe operation. Apart from that, these robots can carry like 500 kilos of weight and pellets, big pellets, which in a more efficient way than people can do. Of course, people can still use electric forklifts and all the different machines to do this, but again, it is much more efficient to do it with a robot than with a person driving a machine. And also, once the robots are running out of electricity, they can automatically go and recharge themselves and will be ready to report back for work and work incessantly. They don't need any breaks and constantly optimizing and making sure that certain things, for example, rearranging part of the warehouse, will be done in an optimal way. And making sure that products are shipped in the fastest possible way possible, and also categories of products that need special storage, for example, fragile items that have an expiry date, are also handled in the appropriate way. And making sure that the products are also taken out of the warehouse in the right way and the right order that is needed for that particular product. It's a very complicated puzzle to solve, and this is one of the strengths of AI in order to plan this and making sure that everyone is being helped in the best possible way. In keeping with the philosophy that AI should be a tool that assists people rather than replacing them, one of the ways that AI can help warehouse workers is to be able to have an autonomous bot or a semi-autonomous robot that is controlled by people who are either in a control room or most commonly walking around and making sure that they can control the bot and also speaking to it, rather than sometimes it is much easier to keep your eyes on what the robot is doing and just saying voice commands which are linked directly to the robot using a Wi-Fi network or just normal microphones. Sometimes the warehouses can be a very noisy environment, and this is where the AI can also help in making sure that the right command gets sent to the right robot in order to avoid catastrophes. Once a product has been pegged and picked and also pegged together with other products that may be in a particular order, then it is a simple automated process to make sure that it is tracked and labeled correctly, that it is put in the right packaging for that product that wastes the minimal amount of packaging possible, and also get sent then to the courier delivery service or other services that then have the fulfillment and do the last mile delivery from the warehouse to the actual consumer. Once the package is on its way, the warehouse will be able to make sure that the product that has just been sent off is also replenished, that there is just-in-time ordering and all this stuff that works in a chain that is smooth and that is constantly operating. Obviously, once the package is delivered to you, it can be delivered in different ways, and this is also an area where AI can extend the warehouse next to your door. In some cases, you may have a receptionist or you may be at home or at the office to actually get the product itself, but in some cases, this may not always be the case. And this is where AI is also helping new modes of delivery. For example, a lot of apartment blocks are having now new parcel boxes in which a delivery person can put a parcel box, give you a code, and you can go and unlock it with your smartphone and get it at a later convenient time for you. So it is convenience both for the delivery courier service and also more convenience for the consumer. And I think this is going to be something more common, that this will be something like we used to have post boxes and we still have, but it is something that is less and less used. We'll have parcel boxes because I think that this is more something that is more useful and will help with online deliveries and food deliveries also. Maybe in the future we'll be able to handle even food deliveries. We'll have refrigerated boxes in which delivery people can put it in, and you can have the fresh food available to you without having to worry too much about it when you stay late at work. AI is helping warehouse and logistics operators to achieve almost miracles in order to have next day deliveries, and in some cases even same day deliveries and even deliveries within a few hours. And this is done by having warehouses that are distributed around different countries and different locations, and having orders that are forecasted to be needed actually being pushed in advance of the orders being taken. And this is something that only AI can do on a large scale, with predictive forecasting and also predictive push of products nearer to the consumer. And this is something which will power a more fast and more intelligent delivery process. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, learning how AI can help streamline warehouse operations and getting your deliveries straight to home or office quicker. I look forward to your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.